Okay, part 2 of season 1, episode 2, episode 4. Again, bear with me to episode 6. That's my favorite episode, okay? And we just gotta stick with, you gotta stick with me, okay? And season 3, I'm here doing these videos because season 3 was amazing, okay? So stick with me. Again, this is part 2 of season 1, episode 4. Alright, so now we're with Rand and Matt again, and Tom reappears. I put OMG, I forgot he was here, TBH. So yes, upon second watch of this, I had no idea Tom was even in the first season. I forgot. I completely forgot. I just must have ignored him or something. Okay? But Tom is here and Tom is spitting facts again. Tom is spitting the facts. Okay? Okay, now we're going to skip back to Lan and Moiraine. Or Leandrin and Nynaeve. Yes, we're with Leandrin and Nynaeve. We're continuing this conversation. Leandrin says that blues are nothing more than little spies who exaggerate their own importance. So, does Leandrin's a red. Doesn't seem like she liked the blues. Okay? Doesn't seem like it. Then here's Leandrin describing the reds. We protect the world from people who would misuse the One Power, even other Aes Sedai. So she has very high view of herself and the reds. She then invites Nynaeve to the red tent and says that is open to all women. And then Lan comes over and Nynaeve says to Lan, yeah, that woman's a snake. So she's her first interaction with Leandrin, she's like, yeah, she's a snake. Nynaeve knows. Then Lan at the end invites Nynaeve to the Warder's Fire. Okay, so Nynaeve has an option. She can go to the Warder's Fire or she can go to the Red Women's Tent. Which will she choose? We will find out later. Okay, now we go back to the Perrin and Egwene and the Tinkers. We learn that they follow the way of the leaf, which is non-violence. They believe that you shouldn't use things as weapons, and then of course Perrin's like, but what if you're attacked? And they're like, well, we try to run. Okay, they try to run, or they die. Okay. And then I wrote down some of these quotes because, you know, it's very spiritual, very religious kind of thing, so I needed to write them down. The leaf in its time falls to the dirt, nourishes the tree, that in its time grows the leaf again. Nothing is ever lost, the wheel returns all. So yeah, Isla said that to Perrin. She's just describing the way of the leaf, right? There's kind of this circle of life and everything nourishes itself in its time. Okay? And then she says, so Perrin, has your life been better or worse since you picked up that axe? Since you picked up a weapon? Has your life been better or worse? And then Perrin's like, oh shit. Perrin's like, well, I accidentally killed the love of my life with said axe. So much worse, he's thinking to himself. Much, much worse. But yeah, Isla says that to him. And great question. Great question. Really makes you think. Just ironic that she asked the one guy that just killed the love of his life. So that stings a little. That stings a little. Maybe she knows. Ooh, maybe she knows. Okay, we're going to Matt, Rand, and Tom. Matt is struggling. He's struggling mentally. Oh, he's really struggling. Oh yeah, and then he has that little scene with the little girl and she's like, you can have my doll, Brigitte. And that's so cute. He takes the doll and stuff, and then he talks about his sisters, and then I just thought this was funny, and I didn't necessarily, I don't know if this is in the books or not, so we'll have to see. But in the show, the girl says to Matt, oh, are your sisters are safe at home then with your mom and your dad? And Matt doesn't really respond because he's like, well, my parents are crazy and his mom is a drunk, I think, and his dad is mean. I think the mom and dad are, so he's like, they're not really safe at home. He doesn't say it, but he's thinking it. He's like, they're not safe at home. They're not safe in the world, but they're not safe at home. Oh gosh. Okay, so then, oh yeah, Tom talks about his nephew Owen, and I wrote down a lot of this. So Owen spent half his life getting into trouble and the other half getting out of it. One day, Owen went sour, and it's unknown why. He started snapping at his family and friends, and he started jumping at shadows. He was very jumpy and everything. And then one day they figured out what was wrong when he threw a rock without using his hands. So they were like, oh shoot, he can touch the true power. And Tom continues on. There's a lot about the past and how the wheel works and how time works and how the ages pass and everything. So he says, at the end of the last age, the Dark One corrupted the One Power so that men couldn't use it without going mad. So we learned that here. I think I already said it. Sorry, spoiler. Everything's gonna be spoiled, okay? You just gotta roll with it. So the Aes Sedai then found Owen and they gentled him. And then Tom goes on to explain that for men and women, once they have tasted the One Power or the true power and they are cut off from it, it's like death for them. Like they're just so then he really struggled after that, and he was sitting at the table one day, I think, and he slit his own throat with a knife, like nothing happened. And Tom says that they have to keep Matt away from the Aes Sedai because the Aes Sedai will do the same thing to Matt when they see that Matt has gone mad. And then I love when people talk like this. They talk so like mysterious, and so Tom just throws us in at the end, and then the scene changes. But nothing is more dangerous than a man who knows the past. Dang. And that was also in his song. That type of theme was also in the song that Tom was singing in the last episode. Okay. Oh, this is a good episode. Okay? This is a great episode. It's gonna get better, okay? So I'm gonna stop this right here, and then we're gonna go on to part 2, okay? And yeah, I hope everyone's having a good day. Bye.